Hello and welcome to this week's Tattle Dealer Tip of the Week. This week I'd like to tell you about shop frontage and why it's so important. But first of all, I won't give any names when I've had a couple of people emailing me as regards to certain questions. If there's anything you'd like me to answer specifically, please contact me at sales@wayheadtattle.co.uk, and anything that you'd like me to answer, I'll do so quite willingly if I can help you at all. Like I said, I've had a couple of emails asking me questions, and I've answered them back off a couple of shops. So if there's anything that specifically that I'm not covering just yet that you'd like to ask me opinion on, again, if it's any good to you, I'd be delighted to answer it. So that's something else that you can ponder over. Right, now this week's Tattle Dealer Tip of the Week is shop frontage. Again, amazingly, when I visit many shops, I find that, funnily enough, outside they're absolutely horrible, scruffy and dirty, and inside they're actually quite professional and quite neat and tidy, which is quite unbelievable really, because unless you're a large retailer, large mail order shop where a lot of your business is based on the telephone and mail order, your shop frontage is your first person's, along with your website, impression of you as a business, and it's got to look right. So you need to get the shop frontage. When was the last time you had a new sign painted? When was the last time you had a look at something like that, or repainting the outside of the shop? You should be doing that every 12 months. In winter, when it's quiet, for a couple of hours a day, instead of making cups of tea, get outside there and get the shop looking clean and immaculate. Do your shop window, but in most local tattle shops, your shop window is very important. Also, if you're working with certain wholesalers, what you can do is approach them. If for example, you've got a company that you spend the most amount of money with, and it's quite a reasonable amount, there's nothing wrong with approaching them, asking them to do some type of professional sign with their logo either side. If they're your main supplier, it's obviously good for you, and I'm sure that it's good for them as well. So also, you know, it works both ways. So that's something you can look at. You know, when I've had the retailing in the past, when I've had the shop, I've worked with lots of wholesalers to get their name distributed throughout the shop, and certainly on the front of the shop. So that's something you could consider. If you think that you're doing enough business with a particular company and that you've got a good relationship, which is essential, you should approach them and ask them, can they help you with the sign frontage? It may only cost them, they may give you some fishing equipment, they may give you some money, but either way it'll make it so it's cheaper for you to do. But the front of your shop needs to be immaculate. And don't forget, in winter, for 3 or 4 months of the year, maybe three and a half months, come 6 o'clock when you're closing, it's actually dark. So I would also say, put some lights up on the sign, so that from 3:30, 4 o'clock, if you're on a main road in particular, or a busy road, you can put the lights on and people still know that you're open, and still know that you're there. Again, it's still promoting your business, even while it's quiet. And when it does get busy, your name is the one that they'll think of, because they can see it, because you're lit up. So many shops in little side streets or on a road don't illuminate the signs, and you wonder sometimes whether they're open or not. So like I said, get your signage right, along with the website. It's the first port of call for your punter, so get it right. So that's my Tattle Dealer Tip of the Week, and I look forward to seeing you next week.